Yo, 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 yo. Hey, I'm sorry about that, everybody. I'm not for sure what happened there. That was weird. That was weird. That generally don't happen to us. But I'm restarting. So we restarting here, man, and State coming back through. Let me see. I'm gonna send him the link on X. I put it in the chat, but I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see here. I'm gonna just make sure YouTube ain't tripping, man. A lot better, a lot better, a lot better. All right. So let me send my guy the thing. There we go. So my guy got the link. I'm not for sure what that was, y'all. I'm not for sure what that was, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Just Nick says, start Deuce. Hey, I don't know. Miguel P in the building, salute. Hey man, I wanted to go through all of the options. I wanted to review all the options, man. See what's up, man. The main thing, my preference is the best and most efficient starting lineup. The thing with my starting lineup is I don't care about favorites. I just care about net rating. In a perfect world, the Knicks score about 120 and give up about 110. That's a net rating of 10, and I know that's impossible, right? Mo, what's good, man? Hey, hi, people, bro. Paris Duggar in the building. Paris Duggar in the building. I know Paris Duggar excited about Media Day. Hey, Mo Musa, how your people doing, bro? So, for those of y'all that wasn't here for the last joint, so we had to restart it, man, because it was like mad choppy or whatever. I'm not for sure what was going on with that feed. So we're just gonna kind of rock a little bit. State coming back through. I mentioned that there were some subliminal messages. I think Josh Hart wants to be the starter. I think Josh Hart thinks he deserves to be the starter. Coach in the building, salute. I think Josh Hart thinks he deserves to be the starter, and I don't knock him at all. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Josh Hart and the starting lineup. If spacing was an issue, and the spacing is the issue that we're looking to fix, Benjamin B was good. If spacing was the issue and Josh Hart is starting the season with a splint on his finger, like that man legit is starting the season with a splint on his finger, and he didn't shoot last year. So you're starting the season at a disadvantage from a spacing standpoint, and you brought in a coach in order to fix the spacing issues. Aren't you kind of hustling backwards? Yeah, and Kerry Counts, I'm not mad either.
Yo, you can hear me? You can hear me? Oh,
yeah, you good? You good?
We good? We good now? People
Yeah,
can
you
hear us
good?
now? We good? We good?
Yeah, you super good, bro. We Gucci. Hey, we Gucci.
For the people that's watching, excuse if I'm in the dark. I'm in my mom's crib. I'm not in my crib. Mom's sleep. My nephew sleeping out of a room. I'm in my nephew room. That's why you see the Spider-Man little joint in the back. But
Yeah,
everybody
man.
go sleep. But I'm good though. I'm with Uncle Freezy for the night, man.
Gucci. Yeah, man. Yeah, but and it's a lot for us to talk about, bro. For instance, the fact that I didn't get a chance to see anything from like the role players and stuff. Did that surprise you?
No, it did not.
Okay.
I didn't care. I don't.
Okay.
No disrespect to Jordan Clarkson, Garrison Yabusele. I don't care to hear from them.
Right.
No, and that's just me being like regular and normal. I don't care to hear from them. Like,
right.
And I do want Garrison Yabusele to start, but I guess that's a combo.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
Would you say?
I want Garrison Yabusele to start.
Oh boy.
Because I don't want, and I told Knicks fans this. I told Knicks fans this all the time, like, and throughout the whole summer, and I'm gonna stand on my take when I say this. If the Knicks start Josh Hart, this season is gonna go to SHIT.
Right.
If the Knicks start Mitchell Robinson, I don't want to start him because I'd rather wait until the playoffs to start Mitch. I start Mitch day one of the playoffs, Uncle Freezy.
Right.
I want to start him in the regular season, man, and subject him to injury, man. And then people say, oh, well, if you play basketball, you're always subjected to injury. It doesn't matter if you start or no, it does matter when you start, right? Because if you start, you got to put in more effort. I don't want him half-assing. So if I don't want him doing that, and Mitchell Robinson is going to start, I feel like he's going to get hurt, bro. And if he gets hurt, it kills the season. It kills it, bro.
Right.
It throws everything out of. So I'd rather call Anthony Towns, let him be the 5, tell OG Anunoby, hey, you need to rebound more, brother.
Right.
Tell Mikal Bridges, hey, you need to rebound more. Between Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, Uncle Freezy, they making $350 million plus. Is anybody gonna be an all-star to them too?
Not because usually NBA teams don't have 3 or 4 all-stars off the same team.
I mean, but usually people don't play their wings 350 plus combined.
Right. Right. Now I feel you, but here's the thing with the rebounding thing. If Jalen Brunson was a point of attack defender, then OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges can rebound, but you can't contest the shot and go rebound and miss at the same time.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, and this is no knock on Jalen Brunson, right? This is just, I'm just saying I'm just laying out the cards that have been dealt to us. Jalen Brunson's a star. He's on his way to be one of the greatest point guards in Knicks history.
Yes.
Right?
Top 3.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All of that, right? So I'm not knocking Brunson, but what I'm saying is defense ain't his forte, right? And
correct.
so if you ask Mikal Bridges to be the point of attack defender all night, right? And he's got to contest shots from 18, 20, 24, 25 feet. You can't also ask him to be in the wash grabbing rebounds.
So hold on. Let me stop you right there. So then that's my next question. Who do you rather focus on defense, OG or Mikal? Because I need somebody with some beep bop boop at the wing spot.
Right.
But everybody can't focus on everything.
Right. I feel you. And this is where I agree with you. But the thing about it is like y'all know, like chat, y'all know how I am, right? I like cars. Like, you know how some people like houses or whatever, like some people, they got to have like 7 bedrooms and 5 baths. With me, I'm not like that. Like, if I got like 3, if I got like 4, a little office, little something, little spot to come in and podcast, a little something, and like 3 back, I'm good. But the whip, you already know how I feel about the whip. I'm looking for a whip right now, bro. Right? Y'all know me. I'm looking at the Escalades, the ESVs right now. Right? But no matter, and one of the things I learned over the years is no matter how fancy the whip is, I always find something to complain about it. Like, the whip is fly, but damn, I pass everything except the gas station. It's always some kind of complaint with me in the whips, right? And I think it's the same thing with OG. Like the thing with OG and Bridges is, every team in the NBA has a 1-2 scoring punch. Basically, they have a 1-2 scoring punch. And how we combat their 1-2 scoring punch is with Bridges and OG, right? Bridges and OG have to be if OG is guarding Tatum, then Bridges has got to guard Brown, right? It's just how this whole dynamic works. Now, some of the numbers are gonna suffer. Like if OG is guarding Tatum all night and Tatum is shooting jumpers all night and OG is away from the rim, that means the dudes that are not guarding Tatum, like Josh Hart and Cat, they have to clean up the boards. They have to have large rebounding numbers. And under Tom Thibodeau, we saw that Josh Hart's rebounding makes up for the rebounds that Bridges and OG don't get, because Josh Hart is not an on-ball defender. He's not a point of attack defender. He's a glue guy, a Swiss Army knife, a guy that do it all guy, right? But he's not the primary defender. Like, you're not getting ready to put Josh Hart on SGA.
No.
Right? You're not getting ready to. Josh Hart is going to probably be guarding Chet Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? Or something crazy like that, right? And so when it comes to, like, why Bridges assists are not up, or why OG rebounds are not up, or why they don't both do such and such, I honestly believe it's less about what their box score numbers say and more about situational awareness in games from the head coach. Can we have a head coach that know how to manage situations right? And I'll give an example. There were times in the playoffs where the Knicks were down 17, 19, 13, and the offense brought them all the way back, only for the coach to sit Mitchell Robinson at a time where you need a defensive stop. Right? You got Deuce and Mitch on the bench, and you got Jalen Brunson out there trying to guard Halliburton. And then the lead stretched back out, and then we wonder why OG and Bridges can't do such and such. That wasn't an OG and Bridges thing. That was a coach thing where when we needed stops, he had his defenders on the bench sitting. Right?
I don't think rebounding got nothing to do with coaching. I think rebounding gotta do with, like, if you want it, like, you gotta want it, like, you gotta be tough. So, like, OG Anunoby and Mikal, you a little soft. You're gonna have to be tougher next season and go get those rebounds. Like, that don't got nothing to do with scheme. Like, you're not gonna scheme offensively. Hey, let's go miss shots so Andre Drummond could go get the offensive rebound. Like, that's stupid to me.
Right.
And so if I'm OG or Mikal, they're gonna have to be elite rebounders next season, bro. Like, both of them, OG gonna have to average at least 6 rebounds. Mikal gonna have to average at least 5 rebounds.
What does that get you, though?
It gets me extra possessions.
Right.
And I think that's most important. If you want to play fast, you got to get those extra possessions. If you're not getting those extra possessions, then it's pointless if you playing fast.
But if you using that energy to go get those boards, right? Like you said, you got to want it, right? Like, because both of us are gonna. I think we gonna agree that Bridges and OG not out here stealing checks. I think for the most part, everybody realized that those dudes play hard, right? Like, these dudes play. We had dudes here that stole checks before, and
yeah, no, I never said that. I've never said to you, like,
I'm not
OG and Mikal don't play hard.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just making a point. I'm not saying that you did.
Right.
I'm just making a point that those guys give so much effort on defense, especially guarding the elite scorers in the league, that, like, to your point, can they grab more rebounds? Yeah, I can. If the opportunity is there for you to do that, man, do it, right? But if it's one of those things where these dudes giving maximum effort to guard the Donovan Mitchells of the world, the Tyrese Halliburtons of the world, the Jason Tatums, the whoever it is in the Eastern Conference, all the elite scorers in the league, man, the Paulos, all of them, right? The Bams, all of them. right? If they're using so much energy to do that, can I just get somebody else that's not guarding them to grab more rebound?
Yes. But I don't want that guy to be Karl Anthony Towns. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Cat averaged 12 rebounds by accident last season.
Yeah.
By accident. Like
yeah.
And by standards of what I would want Karl Anthony Towns to do, he shot his lowest 3-point attempts since his rookie season last season and still averaged 24 and 12. So now I'm not looking at Cat no more. Right? And I'm glad that Mike Brown, and this was very noticeable too, Freezy.
Right.
He singled out Mikal Bridges during his media day. Like he didn't talk about OG Anunoby.
Nah, he didn't.
He like I want to make that clear. Right? He didn't talk about OG Anunoby. He spoke about Mikal Bridges. Yo, Mikal Bridges is in the gym 2 times a day.
Yeah, he did say that. He didn't say that.
So that made me like a little giddy, like, oh. So maybe
he said Mikal Bridges' mom raised him right. Yeah, he said he loved some Bridges, bro. Already, bro.
That's what I want, because Mikal Bridges was like, he was one of my main targets, bro. Last year, he was one of my main targets because when I trade 5 first-round picks for a guy, and me and you have this conversation, we've had it in the past, where you trade 5 first-round picks for a guy, you want a Hall of Famer. You want an all-star. You want somebody who affects the game. Mikal Bridges did none of that last season. His last season was horrible. But the fact that I looked at media day today, I seen what Mikal Bridges said. He talked about he was in the gym 2 times a day this summer. Him and Mike Brown, they got together early back in July. Right? Listen, I think if the roles is set correctly, and this is just me in my mind, if the roles are set correctly, the Knicks could easily have 3 All-Stars. They could easily have 3 players on the all defensive teams.
Oh,
they could easily have the defensive player of the year. Right? But everything gotta fall in line, bro.
Yeah. How do you get them to fall in line?
So I would sit, if I'm Mike Brown, and that's a good that's a good question, bro.
Yeah, man.
I would sit Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby down. And I would ask them, and this is another thing what Mike Brown said today during his media day. This is why you gotta be drenched in this, right? Like when you in this Knicks community and you trying to give information, you gotta make sure you do your homework.
Yeah.
And one of the things that stood out to me today when Mike Brown said, "Oh, I'm very focused on the players' individual goals."
Right.
When he says something like that, I'm like, oh, that's what I wanted. Because I'm like, Mikal, you got paid.
Yeah.
Like, OG, you got paid.
Yeah.
Brunson been an all-star star. Brunson been all NBA. Karl Anthony Towns, his first season, he an all-star starter.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do? So when he said that individual stuff, I would sit OG and Mikal Bridges down, and I would say to both of them, yo, look, listen, I want you to be the defensive player of the year. I want both of y'all to be the all-stars. Now, the player that I would say I want you to be the defensive player of the year award two is OG. I would look him dead in his eyes. I would look him dead in his eyes. With the straight face, like, yo, you averaged 1.5 steals last season and 0.9 blocks. You just played the most games you've played since your rookie season last season. Shouts to Casey Smith. Go read that Substack, by the way, on Casey Smith that I got over there. You just played the most. Listen, OG, I want you to be the defensive player of the year award winner. I want you to every night. I'm gonna put you on every team's best player, regardless of position. Right? If I had a guy like Ron Artest, Freezy, I'm putting Ron. I don't give a damn what position you play.
Right.
In today's NBA. Now back then, I'm not putting Ron Artest on Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I put him on a 4. But in today's NBA, I'll put Ron Artest on Karl-Anthony. I'll put Ron Artest on Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I'll put Ron Artest on Jokic. Tell him, yo, go earn your money.
Right.
I would. Why I can't do that for OG? Why I can't tell Mikal Bridges? And my fault if I'm going on a tangent.
Nah. We good.
Why I can't tell Mikal Bridges? Yo, you had a 14.9 usage rate during your best season when you went to the finals, brother. Is it about you getting the basketball, or is it about you being the best player that you could be?
Right.
So those two, I'm setting those two down, bro. Because we're not winning nothing without those two having their roles defined.
Hey, I'll tell you something to make you laugh. Yo, did you know that Mikal Bridges shot almost 46% from 3 from the right corner? So he shot about 46% from 3 from the right corner, right? From the left corner, left corner, he shot 35% from the left corner, right? Guess where a Tom Thibodeau offense had that man taking the most 3-pointers from?
The left corner. Oh, hey, hold on. I can give you logic behind that. Just Tim's logic. What's our best player? What is he? A lefty, right?
Right. Yeah.
So where would you want Mikal Bridges at? And your best player is corner.
Well, you know what? Tom Thibodeau is somewhere probably passing Quentin Grimes a Gatorade somewhere, telling him to get more shots up, bro. That's probably what he's doing, right?
You need to get better.
But the thing about it is Cat. I think Cat shot 47. I think like 48% from straight ahead 3, right?
Above the break.
Right? Yep, above the break. Yep, above the break. Specifically straight ahead, right? Straight on 3. OG shot 38% from both up top wing spots, not the corner and not the deep corner, but off the wing. He shot 38% from 3 from both sides, right? Jalen Brunson shot his highest percentage from straight ahead, right? Yes. So if you know where everybody can shoot from and everybody's knocking down threes from different positions on the floor, everybody got these sweet spot and they don't overlap. How is it that we were forced to take threes in other areas? Like why are we taking threes? Why are we taking 3-pointers in other areas?
I think that was because of Tibbs. Like Tibbs was the reason why that happened. Like Tibbs allowed other teams' defenses, and my fault here. I'm just trying to reshare this back on Twitter to make sure y'all follow us both on Twitter. But when it comes to Tibbs, I think that was a Tibbs problem. That I don't think that had nothing to do with our players. What's crazy about Mikal and OG, both of them shot a +% on both corner threes. I really don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but if I could think in my brain, Jalen Brunson, the last time I looked at him above the break threes, he was great at it. And I looked at NBA.com, so I think it was about 39% or 40%, but he's really good at it. The one thing about the Knicks this season, and was great, bringing in Garrison Yabusele and bringing in Jordan Clarkson, both guys shot above 40+% from 3 on above the break threes. And the above the break 3 is the most dangerous shot in basketball. Another dangerous shot in basketball, in my opinion, is a pull-up jumper, a pull-up mid-range jumper. That was one of the skills that Jalen Brunson was great at. and Mikal Bridges surprisingly was great at. So if anybody want to know those stats, you could go right to Shot Creator, or you could go to Data Ball, and you could just go click on the shot chart of any player.
Right.
But when you're great at that above the break shot, it's hard the defenses to key in on you because your defense is not going to be fast enough to catch up to me if I just pull up and take a three. But if I'm hitting that three at a good clip, now I open up the whole defense because you're gonna come up to me every time, and I'm gonna just dump the ball off. So, I love the fact that certain players on the Knicks have great above the break 3-point percentages now. I just don't think that was in Tibbs' forte, right? So I'm glad we got Mike Brown. Mike Brown gonna switch that up, and Mike Brown gonna put guys in position where they're going to be playing off ball. One of the things that was a real emphasis in today's media day was guys talking about playing off ball. And what I loved about Brunson interview, Freezy, and this stood out to me, he said, look, listen, I'm open to any suggestion that Mike Brown made. Once my captain says that, I'm good. I'm good.
We good, bro.
I'm good.
Yeah, we get, you know what I'm saying? We good.
I'm good.
Yeah, we good, man. Yeah, man. I'm looking at these shot charts right here, man. Yeah, man. We gotta knock down. Yeah, Nick Yak in the building. Knicks in 26 is in the building. Salute.
Yo, shouts to Nick Yak. Shouts to Knicks. Will be 202. Shouts to you. Shouts to Kerry.
Yeah.
See you in Wolverine. I see you in there. I am RJ. Stay with me. I see you in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I'm looking at these guys 2025 shot charts, and maybe I don't know, maybe I said something. So OG is 41 for his career. I'm trying to find for 2025, 2024. Let me see. That's what
I use
really
Shot
need.
Creator. I use Shot Creator. It's the Shot Creator is the most direct app to use for like NBA shooting, in my opinion. Or like NBA.com really got the good shooting stats when it comes to like catch and shoot and shooting from certain areas and like shooting let's say if it's like 6 seconds on the clock and this and that nature. So
you talking about breaking it down? Yeah, I
like yeah. I look at all of that. I look at all of that.
Yo, can you see the screen? You I don't know if you can see the screen.
Yes, I can. And yo, bro, his shot chart literally matches shotcreator.com. If you and this is OG, correct?
Yep, this is OG. Yeah.
OG is I think he shoots 38% on mid-range jumpers, bro. Like everything in the mid-range area for OG, as far as like jumpers, turnarounds, fadeaways, everything is under 40%, bro. So this shot chart matches to a T. I don't want OG shooting like that little. I call it the Andrew Wiggins. If you're an older cat like myself and Uncle Freeze, and you seen the Penny Hardaway like half step mid range jumper, we see OG try to pull that move off multiple times this year. He needs to eliminate that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Eliminate it, bro.
Yeah. OG, man. OG straight ahead three. OG shot 31% from straight ahead three, bro.
But it depends on what website you're using. Because if you're on Stat News. Now, if you go to Shot Creator, right, and you type in OG and you just click his 3-point, percentage, it'll give you another number. Right? I guess it depends on what website you want to use for what narrative you want to display, I guess.
Right. I'm on there now. It's unfamiliar to me. I'm learning how to. I'm going through it right now, getting it to load. See what it do. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It matches to a T, bro.
This is This is one of the things that I've been talking to Knicks fans, talking to my people about, like our area of improvement. Like if OG shot league average from the straight ahead, that's one of the first threes you learn. That man shot 30.9% from straight ahead threes. The league average is 35%. You know, yeah. So he is off the wing shooter. He's not a straight ahead shooter.
Yeah,
But
put him in the corners, put him at the rim. Yeah, I think he was top 3 in the NBA for dunks for a player that was 6'8" or under. He was top 3 in the NBA. He had 144 dunks last season. So
that's a lot, bro. That's like a dunk per game. You see this corner over here? The corner over here I was telling you about? Mikal Bridges shot 45.8% in this corner over here, bro. 45.8%, and that is on 120 attempts. So he basically took 1.5 attempts per game over there. And on the other side, he shot 39%, and he took about 100 of them.
The Knicks 3-point record was broken, I believe, in 2023. And I think the Knicks made at least 1,080. I think it was 1,083 threes.
Okay.
The Knicks this season, they should make at least 1,200, bro.
Okay.
Easily. And that's just you generating good looks.
Right. Right. I have no doubt. I have no doubt, man, that the 3-point looks are going to look different this year. Like our area of improvement, like I pointed this out, right? And I'm not saying that the Knicks can't shoot, because the Knicks finished 6th in 3-point percentage, but they finished 26th in 3-point attempts. So we were good at shooting them. When we shot them, we were pretty good. We just didn't shoot a lot of them. That was under the previous coach, though. And so I'm not kicking a back end about, you know what I'm saying, about last year's performance, because that was a different regime. That was a different era, right? That's a different era. That coach is gone. We got a new coach in here. We have to see what we got. So,
it's crazy when it came to like firing Tibbs. The one thing people was worried about, including myself, was like, all right, the next coach that come in here, he might have to inherit a team that he did not choose yet, right? So the one thing that Mike Brown, that he said that stood out to me was, when you're a coach and you got a guy, and this is the part where he was like singling out Mikal. Like, I don't know what it was, but he just singled out Mikal. Like, he's like, yo, when you got a guy like Mikal and he resigns his deal and he's here for a couple of years, that's good for a coach like myself, knowing that a couple of my players, they're going to be here for a couple of years and I can be comfortable. I think that's the comfortability part, where you don't have to deal with uncertainty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He ain't got to groom a starting wing player. He already got one in Bridges, right? He already got Bridges and OG. He don't have to groom wing players. He already have them here for the foreseeable future, so to speak, which makes sense in a way. Right now, he can just focus on winning the championship. So, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the rumors coming out that Malcolm Brogdon is going to play a huge role in the Knicks offense? I mean, in the Knicks rotation.
That's an indictment on Deuce McBride.
Oh, here we go. Okay. I wasn't expecting you to say that, but okay.
I know, but I sat down and I thought about it. And think about it, like the past couple of years since Deuce McBride been here, like Knicks been bringing in playmaker after playmaker after playmaker after playmaker.
Yeah, every year.
And I've seen Deuce McBride in the playoffs year after year after year after year. And I've came out of the playoffs with the same take. This guy is not a playmaker. He can't dribble the rock. I'm done with guys not dribbling the rock. So when I see a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, and they say Malcolm Brogdon is going to play a significant role here, and the Knicks might have to trade a young guy in order to make a move for Malcolm Brogdon, I have no problem with it. With that said, I don't care about vets no more. You know what made that notion die, Freezy? When OKC won the chip this year. You know who their oldest vet is?
I'm thinking, I can't remember. Caruso? No.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably Caruso. Yeah, it's probably
Caruso. He's their he's their oldest player, bro. When Alex Caruso is your oldest player in your locker room, I don't care about hearing about vets. So like, I would love Malcolm Brogdon to be here, but that's really an indictment on Tibbs, honestly. Like, and what Tibbs was drafting the past couple of years. Tibbs wanted Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride is here. Why is the Knicks getting another playmaker? Right? They get another playmaker because if you watch the playoffs, none of these guys can dribble. That's the exact reason why I don't want Mitchell Robinson starting, and that's the exact reason why I don't want Josh Hart starting. None of these dudes could dribble. None of them. Dudes can't dribble. None of them could dribble. So I believe it.
So based on what you're telling me, you would prefer either and hear me out. Now, I'm not going crazy because I hear you. Because I understand the point. The point is clear. So based on what you're telling me and your starting lineup, you'd like to have a ball handler like Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson.
I would start Malcolm Brogdon. Yes. I told Knicks fans already. I don't want Josh Hart starting. I don't want Mitchell Robinson starting. I have my gripes about both of them starting. I think if you start Mitchell Robinson, he's going to get hurt, and it's going to be catastrophic to the season. Because once he get hurt, it's going to start scaling down, right? And I don't need that no more. If you starting Josh Hart is basically a yes man move.
Yeah,
that's a Steve Mills move. That's a you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's a Kurt Rambis move.
Yeah, like that's straight Kurt Rambis.
Hey, Nick Yak, his numbers wasn't good, bro. His numbers wasn't good. But yeah, that's a Kurt Rambis kissing up to Phil Jackson move.
Yeah, like that.
I feel you.
I'm good. So then my next thought process is, okay, Garrett Yabusele right there. Josh Hart talking about, I gotta wear a splint on my hand and all this, and I gotta make sure next summer. I can't wait for next summer for you, brother. I'm 36 years old.
That man is telling us. That man, legitimately, Josh Hart, and I like Josh. But the thing is, Josh Hart will say and do stuff that make you wonder, like, why you telling Knicks fans that you as a starter is going to play the whole season hurt? Before the season even starts, you're telling us that as bad as you shot last year, you're going to shoot worse this year all year, except now you want starters minutes. And I like Josh. I think Josh Hart is like the Swiss Army knife in your drawer. Whatever you go lacking, Josh Hart can give it to you, right? Yep. The thing is though, the rhetoric, the stuff that he be saying, like, Josh, like if you knew your hand was that swollen, bro, why you didn't let somebody else come up here and talk?
Yeah, man. Like that was a bad. That look was so bad that.
Why he didn't? OG could have went up there.
I don't even know if OG had a media.
Yeah.
That's why I rock with OG, bro. because he don't speak. OG in parties with a whole coat on and all that with sunglasses.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the thing is, and I had this conversation with Tori B back during the summer about at times Knicks fans can be so negative with Josh. And I was telling her, like, and because she has a point, like when it comes to Josh Hart, sometimes Knicks fans can be kind of negative about Josh. And the thing with me and Josh is not that I dislike Josh. I think Josh is underappreciated, right? But it's the stuff that go along with it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the stuff that go along with the Josh. Like Josh, it's media day, bro. Yeah, Tory B, right, like overly negative. Yeah, like Josh, it's media day, bro. You know your finger is up there looking like a wrist, right? Man,
why
not
would
just
you even go up there? Like,
why you even go up there? And this is New York. You know, people, they notice everything. That's the thing,
that was the
man.
first thing I noticed. I said, wait, hold on. I know this
His
dude is
hand,
not
and
up
he
there
was
with
up
this
there
big
talking
ass
with his
finger.
hands. How you know your hand after you up there talking with your hands?
Yo, and I rock with Josh, but you know what though?
Right.
Let's talk some NBA history. There's been times where, as I'm plugging in my laptop and all that, right? There's been times in NBA history where a player getting hurt allowed something dynastic to happen. Now, for me, let's say if Josh wanted to get hurt, right? What is that going to force Leon Rose to do, or Mike Brown? That is going to force him to play who? Malcolm Brogdon, right? Mohamed Diallo, right? Because you need a wing. You can't overly play Josh Hart, right? You need a wing to back him up. What you gonna do? Play these guys Tibbs minutes again so we could be complaining? Nobody got time for that.
No,
I think the best possible answer for the New York Knicks going into this season, I think he should start Malcolm Brogdon. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm hoping like everything falls in line.
Lil Freezy ain't showed you nothing. Yeah, you know that's my Malcolm Brogdon is my spirit animal, right? Y'all know that. Everybody, I was talking about Malcolm Brogdon before the Knicks even drafted Malcolm Brogdon. Everybody know that. Like cats be coming to me now, like legit content creators be like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, man, this kid Malcolm." I'm like, "Shh." Uncle Freezy told you about Malcolm Brogdon when Malcolm Brogdon was 17, right? Yeah, like legit, like I know who Malcolm Brogdon is, right? Like they be like send me messages like, "Yo, this kid Malcolm Brogdon, I wouldn't trade him because if you trade him for a first round pick in 5 years, what's Malcolm Brogdon gonna be in 5 years?" And you like, fact. "Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense." This is what I was saying on shows, like if you trade Malcolm Brogdon for a pick down the road, right? And you draft that kid at 19 on draft night, and Malcolm Brogdon is 24, he might be a starter for the Knicks already if you just kept him, right? But at the same time, I do understand like the fascination with a smooth shooting, athletic wing with upside on handles and things of that sort. He quiet. He a baby face kid. He quiet, right? Understand how, you know what I'm saying, you can see that one or two ways. Most of the kids that we draft that were quiet kids, they wind up being busty, right? But those picks that you draft that be dogs out the gate, right? Dogs out the gate, a lot of times they kind of eat, right?
Yeah.
But but at the same time, I'm not mad at anything that Mike Brown tries because he's going to know what he wants from these guys more so than we know, at least at this point. So if Hakim Dye gets some starts this season, I won't be mad at it at all. But just remember, you're talking about a championship contender starting a 20-year-old kid.
What that mean? Okay,
It don't mean it don't. It don't mean.
Oh, yo, that whole older guy stuff in the NBA now is irrelevant. OKC just won a championship, and they just won a championship with the second youngest team in NBA history.
Yeah.
I'm not adhering to the whole I need vets. I'm scared that this 20-year-old guy is gonna start. Who you don't know what Pacone Daddy potential could be. All I'm saying is to those Knicks fans, if you start Mitchell Robinson, you're asking for Jalen Brunson to go ISO because Mikal can't dribble. OG can't dribble. Teams is going to key in on those guys, right? And then now you're asking Karl Anthony Towns to go be a playmaker when we know damn well I don't want Karl Anthony Towns doing anything that Sabonis was doing. That is not his game.
Right.
And then you got Mitchell Robinson. I don't trust Mitchell Robinson doing the whole. So that's why I throw a wrench in there, man. I throw a wrench in there. I think that's what's going to happen this season. I think
the only thing state with that is, and I feel you. I feel you with what you're saying, right? I do. Right. The only thing though is if Josh and Mitch come off the bench, that does mean you're gonna block other kids from playing. Right? Because you're legit not gonna play Mitch, Josh Hart, and Ariel Hukporty in the same lineup. Like that's never gonna happen. Right? Right? That's never gonna. There's no world where you're gonna have Deuce, Clarkson, and Brogdon on the bench and say, you know what? I'm not gonna play Clarkson because I want to see Hukporty, Mitch, and Josh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and so while I get it, you know what I'm saying? The numbers game puts us in this weird situation though, whereas if you make a pathway for one kid to play, you might block the pathway of another young kid playing. It's just the way the roster's built. Like the only way in that situation for Ariel Hukporty to play is if Mitch is a starter. And then off the bench, you can have Hukporty, Yabusele, and Josh Hart together. It wouldn't be ideal, but it'll be more ideal than the other option.
I'm not comfortable with that because the Denver Nuggets, when they won their championship, they didn't have a backup center.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan did not play a lot of minutes.
No, he wasn't in a rotation. They played him, but he wasn't a rotation player.
Yeah, so it's like I at that point, like I wouldn't even get backup center. I need shooting. Shooting is so important. Shooting and playmaking in today's NBA is very important. And if I got a guy like Jalen Brunson,
right.
I think the best for Jalen Brunson is you need a bunch of wings and you need a center that can shoot threes. We got that already, so I'm not worried about Karl Anthony Towns. We got another center who could block shots and protect the rim. You got Mitchell Robinson. Right. So if you want to put Mitchell Robinson and Cat together, just put them off the bench. You'll be fine. You can switch that up at any time. It's no problem.
Right.
You got Garrison Yabusele. He could play the 3, 4, and the 5. Right.
I don't want to see him nowhere near. I don't want to see him nowhere near no 5.
Me neither. I think most people know we could play that.
Yeah, Gabba. Yo, because the thing is with Yabusele is this. He's more of a power forward, small forward wing, like jumbo guy.
You watched him in Euro Cup? Because I watched him.
Yeah, I watched, and I also watched a bunch of Sixers games with my guys. Eat Sleep Sixers. I was like, yo, why y'all hate Yabusele so much? He's like, man, he not a center. He just letting everybody at the rim just dunk, no matter little dudes, big dudes, small dudes, fat dudes. But he not a traditional center like that. He's just
not,
more of a
he's flat. He like my evaluation of him. Like, and I put this on Twitter. Like when I was watching the Euro Cup, he's so flat-footed. Like he's flat-footed, and when I say flat-footed, like don't expect for him to block shots. That's not his game. He'll move on the perimeter. Like he'll slide.
Right.
He'll slide his peppers.
Yeah.
But don't expect for him to like contest shots and shit like that. Like
he ain't ready.
You want Yabusele, like, and this is why I put him in my starting lineup, because he's the guy. He's not going to dominate the ball. Everybody's going to share. You get what I'm saying? Like it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Right.
So I think it all depends, honestly.
Yeah, I get it. It's man with the rotation musical chairs thing. If the Knicks start right now in this moment that I am right now, my soul wants the thing that I want the most is an optimized Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. Everybody else is secondary, right? Everybody else they're important, but they're not as important as protecting Cat and Brunson, right? I want to protect Brunson first and Cat second, right? Like, because I think you can win without Cat, right? I don't want to try to do it though, right? And I don't think you can win without Brunson. If Brunson is out for the year, I think it'll be a struggle for us to get to 50 wins, though it may be able to happen, right? But we probably won't win a chip. So the guy that's in the starting lineup, I want him to be the Scotch bonnet for Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, right? I don't want him to be the main ingredient, right? And this is for all my ribbies out there. If for my people, for all my Haitians out there, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I want a guy that's going to be an accent to Cat and Brunson, a guy that's going to take the ball handling pressure off of Brunson, a guy that's going to get Karl Anthony Towns a few open looks to get going during the course of the game, and then also do it for Bridges and the OG. But like what State said about when he set his wings down and told them what he wanted, if we do that scenario, if that's the scenario, right, and I'm leaning towards being in that boat too, right, setting your wings down and seeing what they want, then the guy that's in the lineup has to be a conduit for all of that, right? He can't be a guy where the starting lineup has to help him in the starting lineup, right? It can't be. That's why I'm not a fan of Deuce starting, right? I don't want to have a world where the starting lineup, the four other guys are trying to help Deuce McBride get started, right? Can't do that. It's got to be a guy that's going to be like, oh, y'all trying to run like this 1-3-1 full court press against Jalen Brunson and force him to make these long passes cross court when you know he's short. You know he a short guy, and you're trying to force him to make these passes cross court where he can't see his own man, right? That's why you run it. I don't want that. I would prefer a Malcolm Brogdon in there. So as soon as and listen, everybody, I'm not saying retire Malcolm Brogdon's jersey. That's not what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is an outlet, a pressure valve to help those guys, right? That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if it's Malcolm Brogdon or Jordan Clarkson in the starting lineup, right, then you also have off your bench a playmaking guard to go with Deuce McBride, right? So if you have, say, for instance, Jordan Clarkson, and I know that's not the ideal scenario. I'm just throwing this out there. If Jordan Clarkson is the starter, right, then off your bench, you have your guards are Malcolm Brogdon, Deuce McBride, in a pinch, Tyler Kolek, right? In a pinch, like a pinch, right? A pinch, Tyler Kolek. And then your wings off the bench are Josh and Landry Shamet in a pinch, right? And then Yabusele and Mitch, right? Because in theory, when you play Yabusele and Mitch together, you still run the same offensive sets that you ran when Cat and Mitch were together, right? Because Yabusele is a big offensive jumbo wing, not like Precious. He's the opposite of Precious, right? Where Precious was a 4/5 at 6'8", 240 something. Yabusele is the opposite of that, mostly offense. So you could play Yabusele and Mitch together, and Mitch can still do the same things as he did before. That's it. That's it. Now you can start now. If you start Mitchell Robinson, I'm not mad at that either. But But Mike Brown has got to use Mitch in a way that takes pressure off Jalen Brunson and Cat. And then defensively, when you start Mitch, it's got to be a thing where OG, Bridges, and Mitch can all be switchable and dominate possessions defensively with Cat and Jalen Brunson out of your way, right? I felt like Tom Thibodeau didn't necessarily use Mitchell Robinson and OG and Bridges in that way because he wanted them to navigate screens, stay with that one man throughout the entire possession, right? That's my thing. Now, mind you, notice what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm anti-Mitch. I'm pro Mitchell Robinson. But I want to have Mitchell Robinson unleashed at the things that he's shown he's good at. I don't want you to hinder Mitch at the things that he's good at. The same thing with Josh Hart. Josh Hart is great at being a Swiss Army knife, right? So when Josh Hart plays, regardless of what lineup it is, he'll be the missing piece in whatever lineup is out there because he's the Swiss Army knife, right? Some lineups, he'll be asked to be baseline protector, right? A guy's looking to cut to the rim. Josh Hart is going to be cutting them off and making them throw up floaters and stuff over Josh. And then whatever rebounds he can gobble up by being that baseline, whatever is 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever rebounds Josh Hart to get from being in that role, right? But I don't want Josh to be the starter and then the Knicks not have a point of attack defender. Now you got Bridges and OG doing the same things they did last year, and we're not capitalizing on what their superpowers are.
Yes. I'm done with that, bro. I can't go to another season without an all NBA defender. I refuse to.
Right.
This team has too much talent to not have a bunch of all NBA defenders, in my opinion.
Right. And Nick Yak is right about the Mitch. The point about Mitch. The only thing about Mitch, right? And if you're a fan of the Knicks and if you're a fan of Mitchell Robinson, you have to understand where if some Knicks fans have reservations about Mitchell Robinson staying healthy. If you're a Mitch fan and you don't think Mitchell Robinson has an injury history, I really don't know what to say. And I'm not directing that at one person or another. What I'm saying is in general, certain Knicks fans just have reservations about Mitch.
I go even further. The only Knicks fans that really complain about that is Knicks fans that don't like Karl-Anthony Towns. It was the only Knicks fans that really complain, oh, Mitch got to start. Because when those fans say Mitch got to start, the excuse that they usually give, and I've noticed this, like, as you get older, you start peeping, like, people patterns and stuff like that. Right. So, like, being in the podcast, and, we do, like, you notice what people say when it comes to certain narratives. And they'd be like, oh, I want Mitch to start. And then you'll say to them, well, I don't want Mitch to start. I think he's injury prone and I'm trying to protect him. They'll say, oh, injuries happen in sports. What the F does that even mean? Like, and then they'll say, oh, well, it doesn't matter if he's playing off the bench or if he's starting. If he gets hurt, it was just meant to happen. No, bro, that's not how this works, bro. That's not how I view the game of sports, bro. If Mitchell Robinson is coming off the bench, he's less subjective to being hurt, and we're gonna have him healthy for a whole season. I think that's way more important than just people's infatuation of, Carl-Anthony Towns can't play defense. This, that, and the third. Well, you're rooting for Randall. He couldn't play defense for a lick.
Right.
At least Cat tries. Randall quit. Like if we're gonna have that real conversation, like Cat tries. He just sometimes he'll be flat-footed, right? He'll be in a position he won't jump for the block. You get what I'm saying?
Bro.
I've never said to myself watching Cat on defense like, yo, he's not trying. Bruh, we watched Randall for years and literally said, like, yo, bro, this guy quit, bro. This guy don't
but the thing about hoopers, right? I mean, no, man, listen. I ain't gonna say I was a star, but I played in an era of Pearl Washington. So I played in the Pearl Washington era, kinda like in that era, right? I played in that era where when guys had skill sets, you understand. The thing with Cat, basically what I'm getting at is you can't ask Karl-Anthony Towns to shoot 40% from three, score you 20 points a game, and get you 13, 14 rebounds a game, and also be your great defender. These things just don't happen.
So hold on.
Let me finish my point.
20 seconds. Patrick Ewing gave you.
Because the thing is,
go ahead.
Yeah, because the thing is when you ask Cat to do those type of things, and you don't ask Mitchell Robinson, right, to offensively shoot threes, right, shoot 50% from the floor and get you 18 points a game, it sounds hypocritical, right? And so I'm not asking either to do either because I know the skill sets of both. One is great at the things that he does, and he's great at it. The other is great at the multiple things that he does, and he's an all-star at it, right? In a perfect world, what we could do is try to marry them together and see if we can get the best of both worlds from it. That was my point, man, Steve. That's all I'm saying.
So the point I wanted to throw at you, and I want you to talk about this, is so I got my laptop open. So let me make sure that I'm going to give you the correct stats, right? So when you talk about Karl-Anthony Towns, Patrick Ewing, best season. And we're talking best season, right? Patrick Ewing in 1992, 1993. Do you think that was his best season?
Nah, I think his best season was 90.
1990?
Yeah, when they was beating the Celtics and the Bad Boys Pistons and the Celtics, and Pat Ewing hit that three in Boston Garden and sealed the playoffs. You remember the team that ended the Boston Celtics run was your New York Knicks with Pat Ewing on it. Those Larry Bird Celtics.
Hey, you said 1990 to be specific, right?
Yeah, 1990.
Yep. So right now, I got it in front of me. He was 27 years old, just to make sure.
Yeah.
MVP candidate. The Defensive Player of the Year award winner candidate. All-Stars. I believe he was an All-Star starter. It says it right here.
Yeah.
And he was an All-NBA first team member.
Bro.
In that season, so when I'm talking about statistically, in 1989, 1990, Patrick Ewing averaged 28.6 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, 3 assists.
Yep.
Right? That's on par with.
For that era, that was great. For that era, that was great.
You know what I'm saying? That was good. Well, 2.2 assists, excuse me. But the defense, though. Patrick Ewing averaged a steal, and he averaged 4 blocks. So that whole notion of, well, Karl-Anthony Towns, if he's averaging 24-12, he can't focus on the deep. Poppycock.
Right. Also, salute, Fritzy. Salute.
So, but here's the thing, though, State. Here's the thing. In 1989, 1990, right? Patrick Ewing played alongside power forwards that legit helped him with rim protection, right? These are the small things. Like what if Cat played next to Charles Oakley? What if Charles Oakley was playing next to Cat right now? Would Cat numbers look different? Would his defense look different?
It would, because now you got Charles Oakley, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges.
Hey man, you see how things look different, bro. This is what I'm saying. I mean, and then back then teams wasn't taking 43s a game.
No.
I think they might have been taking 8 threes a game back then.
Yes.
Or 12 threes a game back then. I think they were taking. Right.
I missed him in mid-range game being a mid-range game.
You can grab more rebounds back. You can grab more rebounds as a big back then because the shots were coming off near the rim. What's up, Yuri?
What's up? No, I missed the mid-range game being the mid-range game. So much fun watching back then compared to the threes. But nah, media day was good today. On to day 2, training camp. I was listening in, right? I made a few points. I've been a big advocate for starting Deuce McBride in this lineup.
No, yo, bro. I don't even want to. No disrespect to you. I don't even want you to finish your explanation upon why. You have not seen a starting backcourt of both players under 6'3" win a championship in 40+ years. You will not go on Freezy's good time right now, where it's 12:57 at night, and try to explain to me and Freezy why Deuce McBride needs to start, bro. Let's start this over again, brother.
What we should start with the Deuce thing is what has Deuce shown you in the past season that screams that Deuce McBride should be a starter?
I mean, damn, okay. I actually have to think about my explanation here because I'm on a chopping block right now.
No, we all friends.
Chopping block
we all friends here.
The reason why I was a big advocate on the Deuce McBride starting lineup is because I know the 2 backcourts, small guards, they don't win. It hasn't been done in 40 years. And it ain't going to ever be done, right? But I feel like you get the 5 out that you want, right? You put Mikal back in his original position, which is small forward. You put OG at the power forward, give Cat a lineup. It has Deuce McBride take the point of attack assignments instead of Mikal.
Do you know who your rim protector is in that?
Cat?
Jalen Brunson. Your weak side rim.
I see the
weak side rim protector is Jalen, because if Cat is pulled away from the rim in a pick and roll, and OG and Bridges are guarding your wings, right?
Right.
That leaves your one player left on the floor to be your backside rim protector.
And you asking, you're like, this is what I'm gonna say to you, bro.
And so basically, what you'll be doing is asking Jalen Brunson to take charges off, because he's not gonna block shots.
He's not gonna block shots at all.
You're going to ask him, Jalen Brunson, to get steamrolled all night trying to take charges.
And you know what I say to you, bro?
What?
This is why height matters. If Jalen Brunson was 6'6", I would not attest to anything you're saying right now. I would say, okay, start Deuce. I would say start Deuce. But since he's 6'1", you kind of got to like, bro, this is like Ninja Turtles, bro. Like, Raphael can't be great without Donatello, bro.
Jeez.
You need the right pieces. When your best player is 6'1", you need certain kind of pieces, bro. And what we need in the star 5 is not Deuce McBride. And I ask you this.
Okay,
we had Deuce McBride for 4 years. Have you noticed? And I brought this up to Freezy. Have you noticed every single season the Knicks brought in a playmaking guard?
Every year.
I have noticed that, yeah. I have.
Every year it's been Derrick Rose, Dennis Smith Jr., Alec Burks, Kemba Walker, who else was Cameron Payne. Who was it the year before last? It was
trying to remember.
Dante DiVincenzo, maybe.
Dante, that.
It was like it's always somebody that they're putting in front of Deuce. And now I'm not, because I understand Yuri's premise, and it's excellent. The premise is if you add Deuce as a point of attack defender and shooter only, then what you do is you have a counterbalance on both sides where offensively nobody can double Brunson and Cat because Deuce can shoot the three, right? And then on the defensive end, Deuce McBride is your point of attack defender, which frees up Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby to basically shrink the court into thirds, right? Because we hadn't seen the shadow Mikal Bridges defense, right? Mikal Bridges is an excellent defender, but this running him through screens all night thing is BS, right? Right. But here's the thing. When you add Deuce, now Deuce can guard that, whatever. But like State said, when Cat is pulled out to the pick and roll, and you know they will pull him,
they're going to pull him, obviously.
Then now the only player left to be the baseline guy to stop that weak side slashing to the rim is Jalen Brunson. And do we want to see Jalen Brunson get knocked to the floor all game trying to take charges?
And trying to get injured, possibly.
You know what unit that will work with, brother? If we had prime Ron Artest and prime Scottie Pippen,
right,
then I would gladly run that unit. But since we don't have those two, I'm not interested, brother.
Salute to Meta World Peace, bro.
Salute to Meta for real.
Salute to Ryan. Salute the Queens, man.
Salute.
Man. Yeah, man. So Yuri, I understand, man. I understand your plight, and I talk about it a lot. Like the point of attack. If the Knicks can find a point of attack defender to get Bridges away from getting smashed on screens all night, so that he can legit shadow these great scorers in the league, and then OG gets the other one. Like for instance, like when we play the Celtics, and everyone is healthy on the Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, all of them healthy. We could legit guard Porzingis with Mitch, guard Tatum with OG, and guard Brown with Bridges. But then we couldn't guard Derek White.
Right.
We couldn't guard the low guard off the bench. Y'all know the low guard off the bench. Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard.
Guard Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard was a mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and I understand that defense is not all about the defense that Tom Thibodeau implemented. Right? Tom Thibodeau implemented the ice pick and roll defense, and he wanted you to fight through screens, and he barely wanted you to hedge. He wanted to be reactionary and forced everything to be contested, right?
Right.
But what that does is it grinds players down, though. Like, for instance, if you watch OKC play defense, they play a switching defense and ball away. They contest the first and second pass options. Like if Yuri is dribbling and me and State are the first and two pass options, they're going to smother Yuri, right? And then play in the passing lane between me and State, which forces the ball handler that's being smothered, Yuri that's being smothered, to find other options on the floor. Meanwhile, the shot clock is going down. And before you know it, if you're playing OKC, you have to throw up a bad shot.
Yep.
Right? But these are the type things that you have to think about. It's not as simple as OG Anunoby can play defense. Bridges can play defense. It's about the scheme that they ran. Like OKC ran a certain scheme. The Knicks ran a different scheme where Josh Hart was on one box, Jalen Brunson was on another box. Bridges is your point of attack defender. OG is guarding the best scorer. And then you got a center that's supposed to be protecting the rim. When the other teams run pick and roll, though,
yo, they killed us, bro.
They killed us.
Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson were on either box, like protecting the baseline runners. Like they bumping them guys, trying not to let them have a free run. And that's why at times when teams were missing shots, you would see Josh Hart grab 8 or grab 6, 7, 8 rebounds in a quarter. Like this dude would grab 8, 7, 8 rebounds in a quarter. This dude would finish the game with like 14 rebounds. And it's because of that scheme that we ran. You would see Jalen Brunson take 2 charges in a game. In one game. but it was because of the scheme we were running. It's not because Jalen Brunson is more athletic than Allen Iverson or John Morant and just get in front of people. It's because the scheme was he had that box responsibility, and he had the box in the corner, right? He had that box and the box at the rim, the corner, and the wing. He had a triangle like a cone that he looked at, right? And if somebody came like cutting through the thing, Jalen Brunson would cut them off. And then if they kick out to the corner, Jalen Brunson will scramble out to the corner to contest for three. Right. And that's why certain games, you were like, yo, why is it 3-point? Why are they killing us with these corner threes? It's because the defense we ran, right? The responsibility was, hey, man, anything touching the paint when the center is away, you got to drop down here to protect the paint, right? And then scramble out to the corners.
Right.
And so when you saw these guys, you're like, yo, how is Malik Beasley open
killing us
all game?
I remember that game too, because
how the Atlanta game?
Not the Atlanta game. Not the Atlanta game.
No, the Atlanta game also. I'm saying the Detroit game, sure. That Detroit got us 2 or 3 times. Beasley got us 3 times, and I think Hardaway got us twice. Right? But what I'm saying is Detroit got us that way. Yeah, I remember when we had OKC on the ropes and they brought that shooter off the bench and put him in the corner.
Oh God!
The game in the Garden where we had them beat, and then they put the 3-point shooter in the corner, and then all of a sudden that man just got red hot from 3, and we couldn't stop him. Yeah, it was because of that defense. Like SGA couldn't beat us, but the defense had a hole in the boat, so to speak. And they found it.
That was all Tibbs. Tibbs ran the most dropbacks in the league. I think I was.
We were the only team that ran drop coverage.
I was watching ESPN one day, and I think it said, and this is so hilarious. It said like the Knicks ran on defense. I think it was either 53% or 73%.
73%
dropback coverage the whole time. Like Tibbs was here, and when you're running that kind of defense, bro, you're putting Karl-Anthony Towns at a disadvantage. You're putting Mitchell Robinson at a disadvantage. This is the reason why I blame a lot of the injuries on Mitch or on Tibbs because of the scheme. You got him covering for 5 people, so it's kind of new, and that's why I'm glad like media day happened the way it went and the way Mike Brown spoke. Having that 5th starter being the unknown is great for me because I'm strongly against Mitchell Robinson starting. I think I think Mitchell Robinson starting literally would sink the team, bro. Because if he get hurt, we're gonna have defense. And then on top of the fact that OG and McKenna can't dribble. Like they can't dribble. And they haven't shown me they can dribble. Like I don't care what no Knicks fans say. Like you could get up here and say, yeah, like I love OG and no, bro, they can't dribble. And now they're making a $350 million plus combined. Somebody's gonna have to be great out of Jalen and Cat. So you want to start Mitch? All right, cool. Is Mikella OG an all-star this year? That's the only way that's going to be plausible.
What if I offer you this though?
I'm listening.
What if I offer y'all this? This is what I offer. What if Mitchell Robinson's new role is to not be Jonas Valanciunas, right? But to be a prime DeAndre Jordan again. Like what if
nobody passing the ball?
What if just hear me out. Just hear me out on it, right? What if the coach before Tom Thibodeau wanted Mitchell Robinson to be DeAndre Jordan? Tom Thibodeau comes here and he wants his center to be Omar Ashik, the guy that used to play center for or Joakim Noah. He wanted Mitch to be that, right? But then when the coach leaves and a new coach comes in and he says, hey man, I want you to be DeAndre Jordan. Are you too old to be DeAndre Jordan? You know what Mitchell Robinson could say to that man?
Hell no.
I'm 26 years old.
What about Tyson Chandler?
Yeah, Tyson Chandler. This is what I'm saying. Now I know it seems like a stretch, right? Well, a lot of us for a lot of years felt like bulking Mitchell Robinson up to be like super strong, superhuman, took away from his natural athletic gifts of being a super springy, bouncy, superhuman athlete. Right?
Yes.
Right? Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, and I think now, mind you, Mitchell Robinson had to be strong because he needed to get those offensive rebounds, and they helped us. Right. Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebounding absolutely helped us. Right. Because our offense looked a certain way. Tori B said she heard enough. All right, Tori B. All right. I think that the thing with Mitch is I think you can kind of mold him into whatever you need him to be. Right? That's basically what I'm getting at. Like, I think the athleticism is still there. I don't think the injuries and all that stuff robbed that man of his athleticism.
To pick it off what you said, Frizzy, I agree with you as well. We haven't seen that side of Mitch since he was drafted on the Knicks, since
early on,
back in the Fitzgerald era. I would love to see that side of Mitch again. I think injuries held him up. You know, he's finally got 2 working ankles, right? We've seen him put the work in the gym, right? I would love for Mitch to come off the bench. And I agree with Steve. It's good that we don't know who the 5th starter is.
Okay.
You know, I'm going
to... They don't pass Mitch the damn ball, bro.
Nah, they don't pass Mitch the ball.
That's what kills me.
I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, I can't count how many times I didn't tag Jalen Brunson and literally said to him, like, yo, bro, you scoring 30 points is cool and all, but throw an alley.
Get me the ball, man.
And yo, Freezy, I told you how I judge point guards. I judge point guards by how many people is getting paid next to them, right? So Jalen Brunson, he got a couple guys paid. Like OG got paid, Mikal getting paid, like Cat getting all these. They getting paid. Josh got paid. Okay, Deuce is getting paid. No. The second thing, the most important thing, what individual accolades are guys winning next to you? Karl Anthony Towns made the All-Star starters. I don't think that was because of Jalen Brunson.
He was already
an All-Star.
Yeah, he was already good.
He was already great, but that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? That's a
big problem. No, I agree.
I can't correlate one success to my point guard. This is the season. You say you love Steve Nash. Okay, cool, no problem. You can love Steve Nash all you want. Go average 23 and 10. Prime Isaiah Thomas, and Freezy could attest to this. Freezy, I would love for Freezy to talk about the best short guard in NBA history in Isaiah Thomas. I think second is Allen Iverson, but Isaiah Thomas had a couple of seasons where and I'm gonna look this up on my laptop. I'm bringing up he had a couple of seasons where he averaged 20 and 10.
Yeah.
Easy. 22 and 11. Easy.
Right.
What Brunson got for me, man?
And he was doing that, and he wasn't taking a ton of shots either. Like, Isaiah could score and not take a ton of shots. Mike Saunders in the building. Salute. Oh, Mike Saunders is talking. I feel you. Mike Saunders. Hey, you already heard my Jalen Iverson rant, bro. Y'all already heard me talk about Jalen Iverson, right?
Yeah.
Y'all already know how I feel about Jalen Iverson, bro. Like, I feel like there should be some times in the game where we just need to, like, let Jalen Iverson cook, bro.
You felt that same way about Isaiah Thomas, though?
Isaiah Thomas is like, bro, you can't really compare. Yo, you can't compare. Okay, so here's the thing about me and Isaiah Thomas. I think Isaiah Thomas legitimately could have averaged more points per game than Michael Jordan. The only thing, though, is back in that era, point guards didn't shoot that much. Like, you didn't let your point guard shoot the ball that much. Right? Like, legitimate, Isaiah Thomas could have easily averaged 30 points a game if he wanted to. Easily. Right? He could have easily averaged those amount of points. You couldn't guard him. Right? What if Legitimately, he was like John Morant if John Morant had handles like Isaiah. Nobody, maybe AI, maybe had, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, Isaiah is a top 10 point guard of all time, bro, and his championships prove it.
So,
yo, real quick, Isaiah averaged 21 and 11, 21 and 14 assists, 21 and 11, 21 and 10 assists. This is in a span of 4 years. What Jalen Brunson got for me, man? At this point, I love Jalen Iverson.
Yeah.
But I need shit. If Allen Iverson had this team, he would win the championship.
Yeah.
Like that's the love Jalen Brunson, but it's different levels to.
I feel you. No, you're not wrong. I agree. There was times when I saw Jalen like wanted to lob it, but he didn't. Now I don't know if that was a Tibbs thing, a Jalen thing, right? I'm not going to defend Jalen. He should be passing the ball no matter what. I agree with you on that 100%. The guy can easily average 10 to 9 assists a night. Probably even more if he put a mind to it. My theory, and I've talked about this with friends, is what if Tibbs gave him the reins to just run the offense the way he wanted to run it? Like, just give you the ball, you do what you want. But it was all ISO ball, obviously, right? But there was something that had to go on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
For Jalen, because I talked about this with Peeps too. Something had to go on behind the scenes to a point where Jalen said, I have to pass the ball. And Tibbs didn't let him do it. That could also be the reason too.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not defending Jalen. That's just my theory on it. Another thing is that who do you think is going to be the fifth starter? I said Deuce, but I don't think so now. Mike Brown preaches he wants to play fast. My question is how you're going to play fast with this core.
By starting Pacome Daddy.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because at this point, how can you breathe life into like what the Knicks are doing right now? Starting Mitchell Robinson does nothing for me personally. Like it does nothing for me. I'm scared that he's gonna get hurt. So like, and you're gonna ask OG and McKellar like beep bop boop. So I know he ain't gonna start Josh Hart. If he starts Josh Hart, I'm gonna think Mike Brown is a yes man, and I don't think he's a yes man, so I didn't think he's starting Josh Hart. So now it comes down to he might start
Mike Brown. Bro, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I think Mike Brown is from East New York. I'm telling you, don't let the way this dude talk fool y'all, bro. Like, bro, I watched.
Man, that's coach speak.
Nah, I'm telling you what I saw. I saw this man. I saw Sacramento and Denver maybe 2 years ago, and that man legit grabbed the basket. They had to wrestle because they fight. Denver was hacking Sacramento, and that man was like, "Ain't nobody else playing basketball until that ref give me this foul call, bro." Like legit, bro. State, listen, y'all. Hey, Tibbs is tough, right? Like Tom Tibbs.
Tibbs was tough as nails. That man didn't care.
But you ain't never seen that man. You ain't. When the last time y'all seen Tom Thibodeau get a technical foul?
Yeah, man, Tibbs. That's how I knew it was time for him to go. Like, I knew. Like when he wasn't getting text no more, I'm like, yeah, Tibbs.
Yeah, it was his time.
Yeah, that man. When Precious got hurt in preseason, remember at the end of the Washington Wizards game, like the fourth preseason game, he had Precious out there for no reason. Right, you got all them young boys on the bench, and you out here, you got Precious playing, and Precious pulled his hamstring, and when Precious walked off, Tom Thibodeau turned his back to Precious, like, oh, get your ass off the floor, you hurt, you can't help me, you hurt. Bro,
That's what I knew he was gone. That's what I knew.
This is a dude that was legit supposed to help you because Mitchell Robinson was already out hurt.
Yeah.
Mitch is already, you don't know when Mitch coming back, and you got one of your backup bigs playing in a nonsense preseason game.
Meaningless.
That was wild.
Third quarter.
That was wild.
And then in the same game, Landry Shamet dislocated his shoulder. You got that man out here playing these weird minutes. Hey, bro, I'm Mike Brown, bro. Mike, hey man, y'all gonna thank me later for this thing with Mike Brown. Mike Brown, if think about all them games where Jalen Brunson went to the rim and got his head knocked off by the opponent. All you see
Mike
is
Brown's
players
gonna
playing everywhere.
Brown.
And Tom Thibodeau telling that man to play through it. You got to play through it, Jalen.
Fuck that. Excuse my language, but
Mike Brown would have turned the lights off in there, bro.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no way. There is no. Can you imagine Mike Brown watching Jalen Brunson get his head knocked off? Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Mike Brown speaks eloquently, right? He's an eloquent speaker, right? But do y'all know at the Malice in the Palace who went and got Ron Artest out the crowd?
Mike Brown.
That was Mike Brown, bro.
That's a fact.
That was Mike Brown.
That's a
when
fact.
all hell was breaking loose in Detroit, you know who went in the crowd? That was Mike Brown.
Yo, he go way back, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's what like the little things that we talk about, like, hey man, I wonder how the offense is gonna look. I wonder who the fifth starter is gonna be. I wonder, if the kids are gonna play. I wonder if we're gonna shoot the three. I tell you what, we should wonder. We should wonder who gonna coach the Knicks when Mike Brown get kicked out the game. Because it is gonna happen this year. Because if that man watch Cat go to the rim and get fouled like he was getting fouled last year, you think Mike Brown gonna stand it, bro? I'm telling y'all now. Okay. All right. Y'all gonna be legit.
This is gonna be a statement. This is gonna be. I'll be a witness to this,
bro. I'm telling y'all, man.
Because
hey man, listen, Mike Brown. He looked like a nice guy, bro. All this stuff, bro. I saw the play where De'Aaron Fox got his thumb broke, bro. They legit security had to come get Mike Brown, bro.
I remember that day.
Legit, Mike Brown, the look on his face like he was going to fight the coaching staff first, and then whatever player stepped up, bro. And that's what you want for Jalen Brunson. That's what you want for Cat. Like legit, in previous years, we have guys coming to the podium like, we got to be intense. We got to play through it. We got to do such and such. And then during the game, these guys don't get teched up, right? They don't call. Like, how many games did y'all see the Knicks get accosted? The playoff series against the Pistons,
Pacers,
and against the Pistons series where they was mugging Cat at the rim with Tobias Harris. Tom Thibodeau didn't unseal his lips to say anything bad about the officiating.
I know, and here's what pisses me off about that. If that was me and I saw a Cat get manhandled, they would have to pull me out of the freaking Piston Stadium.
Bro.
I would have.
Nah, Tibbs was talking. It's just that Tibbs lost his luster. Like he was barking at him. I heard Tibbs through the screen.
Yeah, he barking at the refs, man. You know what Mike Brown would have did, bro?
Yo, you supposed to go on the floor and act a fool.
Did you see the Pistons coach? Guess what the Pistons coach did?
Oh, I remember that.
The Pistons coach did just what State said. Just what State. Bickerstaff went out on the floor and was cussing the referee. Matter of fact, when they came back from commercial break, when I think it was game 3, when they came back from commercial break, Jalen Brunson was at the free throw line shooting technical foul free throws, and was like, "Yo, what happened?" That man got teched up during the break.
And he had all the other coaching staff come to talk to the refs.
Bro,
that's the fucked up part about it. Excuse my language.
This is what I'm saying here. Like, the difference between the coaches is Tom Thibodeau is intense, very intense. But he values the basketball game itself, winning and losing, over the participants. Mike Brown values the participants because the participants are what's going to help you win or lose, right? That's the difference. One guy valued wins and losses because winning and losing is life or death. The other guy valued winning and losing because winning and losing is life and death, but he valued the players, right? Like some guys, like Mike Brown, some guys don't like Mike Brown because Mike Brown is a straight shooter. Like they legit be like, Coach, man, I need to get more minutes, man. I've been practice. And Mike Brown be like, shit, you ain't showed me nothing. And then they be mad at Mike Brown. They be mad at Mike Brown because Mike Brown told them the truth.
Sacramento.
Right?
That's how he lost Sacramento.
Right, because he'll tell them the truth. But say if you're OG Anunoby and you be like, hey, Coach, man, I'm not getting them threes out the corner like I want. Mike Brown would be like, well, if your ass will get open, you'll get them. And you know what OG Anunoby will do? He'll get his ass open. Right? This is the thing. Like some guys, bro, like if you
gotta tell her how it is.
If you kind of like thin skin a little bit, like if you maybe, you know what I'm saying, used it like a first round pick, you was like the man at your high school, all that stuff, and you used to like AAU coaches buying you J's anytime you want it, and you get to the league and you feel like guys still supposed to talk to you like that. Mike Brown might not be your guy. Right? Mike Brown gonna talk to you like a man, whether you're a man or not, right? And listen, the thing is, it's what the reason why him and LeBron didn't get along as well as they should have. Mike Brown is like, bruh, you the best player on the planet. You should be averaging a triple-double. And LeBron, like, I'm doing everything I can. They can't shoot. You're like, hey, you got to do more. Right? You just got to do whatever it is. Like, these dudes, we out here with Smush Parker or whoever the dude name, bro, you know Smush ain't no good. Whatever the dude name is. I can't remember his name. But that's the thing, State. That's the difference between Tom Thibodeau, I think, and Mike Brown. The difference is Mike Brown is from East New York, and I think Tom Thibodeau is from the Hamptons. But he tough. But he tough.
Tibbs ain't gonna talk to you though, like, and this has been reported with Kemba Walker. Like, Tibbs ain't tell Kemba Walker he was out of the rotation. He just took him out of the rotation.
And ain't say nothing to him.
And ain't say nothing to him. Like,
right.
Mike Brown gonna pull up on you like, yo, look, listen, big dog. You got 2 more games. You got another game. I got to see what this young guy got.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's really important. That's why, like, the 5th starter is the most mysterious thing. But I will say this to you, though, Freezy. If the Knicks are 500 around January, late January, they're going to make a trade.
Yeah,
because we need to understand, this is not Mike Brown's roster.
Right.
It's not.
These are not Mike Brown players. This is Tibbs' roster, right? So if things don't go well when it starts, I'm not going to be too worried because I don't have championship or bust contention with Mike Brown right now. Because I need Mike Brown to understand like what he got on this roster first, and then I have that evaluation by like mid-February. Like, yeah, get this guy off this team because he don't mess with Mike Brown. The hell with this,
right?
So, we gonna see. We gonna see real early, bro. In November, the Knicks got 14 games versus Eastern Conference opponents.
Oh, that's good though.
I know it's good because we get an early lead in the Eastern Conference.
But yeah, that means they got to chase us for the rest of the year.
Exactly, and if they're wetting the bed in November, brother, prepare for a trade.
Yeah. Corey Lee, thank you for the generous contribution. Corey Lee says, "What's popping? East New York, Mike Brown, you got to relax." Right? That's a good one. Hit the like button for the new goal, 50K. Yeah, nah, man. I know Mike Brown ain't from East New York, bro. You got to be from East New York to be from East. You know, you can't just say And if you ain't never been to East New York, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, right? But what I am saying is mess around and I tell you what, mess around and step on Mike Brown's shoe and see what's happening. See what's up.
That's true.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like Mike Brown legit is what go man, watch them games in Cleveland when he was the coach in Cleveland.
Oh,
there are a group of people that don't like him because he's gonna tell you like it is. And there's a lot of us in real life that don't like for people to tell. Like with me, I love people. Like, just tell me what it is, bro. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't try to think for me. I'll think for myself, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't finesse me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it a stack, right? Some people are like, nah, man, this dude coming through thinking he could just talk to anybody any kind of way, whatever. And if that's you, that's cool, right? But what I'm saying is Mike Brown is like, if OG and Anunoby get fouled at the rim, bro, and they don't call it, ain't nobody playing basketball for 30 minutes, bro. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. Also, Coach brought up a good point. This is not Tom's roster. This is Leon's roster as well.
Well, yeah.
I can agree with that sentiment too. But the media conference today, we had a lot of positives. I think the only negative was the Josh Hart injury. That's it. And I'm not going to lie, Frizzy, hot take. I'm kind of pissed off at Josh Hart. Like, dude, you got the procedure done and your finger gets re-injured again? And I know the organization's not happy with Josh Hart that he got re-injured. I know the organization's not happy with him.
Damn. I can kind of I can kind of understand the Josh Hart part for sure.
But I love Hart, and I give all my credit to Josh Hart. That man's a junkyard dog. He'll play broken finger, non-broken finger, broken leg. He'll make sure he's on the court.
Yeah, he don't fit with what I see with the Knicks need right now, especially because my best player is 6'1".
Yeah, no, I agree. But regardless of this, we got a great roster. Despite the issues the roster has, I'm excited to see them back out on the court. Mikal Bridges looks like he's re-energized. He looks like he wants to go back out on the court.
Yeah, I get. Matter of fact, I throw a good example at y'all right now.
Go ahead.
Fred VanVleet just tore his ACL. Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You know what that means for Houston? Amen Thompson is now the starting point guard. Right. Reed Shepherd now has to play a role. Sometimes injuries can propel your team to like dynastic levels. Like people don't understand that, man. That shit happened to Golden State. I seen it in real time. Like David Lee getting hurt, and then Draymond Green, he stepped in. I think it was a preseason game, and when he played, it was so seamless. It was like Lee not getting his job back.
Nah, it was smooth. It was smooth.
You brought up a good point because you want to know why. I think that's Josh Hart's fear. If Josh Hart could be, I don't want to be that crackhead that's going to say it, but I'm going to say it. If someone does a better job than Josh Hart's going to be a bench player. He's going to have his role regulated.
He's going to be a bench player regardless.
He's going to be a bench player regardless. But
I don't care about what he said during media day talking about, if I don't start, blah, 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 blah. He was a negative 8.3 in the playoffs and played 300-plus minutes with that starting lineup.
Yeah. Tom Thibodeau for you.
Yeah.
Man never changed his lineup. But I think the playoffs gave me a bad perception of Josh Hart, and I still think he could be the player that he is. He just can't be in a starting lineup. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I made peace with what he did in the playoffs. When you have Josh Hart, this was even before the Boston series too, when Josh Hart himself told you, yo, you got to put me on a bench.
Right.
Tibbs never did it until after the Boston series.
Yeah.
And there was always friction between Josh Hart and Tom Thibodeau behind the scenes, I felt like. I think that Golden State Warriors drama that happened, basically just exposed it even more.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Hey, State. You know what? Somebody told me this, Yuri, and I'm thinking about it. I was gonna do a show on it, but I still need some time to think about it. But I'll ask y'all.
Okay, what's up?
Somebody told me if you can't figure out who the fifth starter is, that player is not on your roster. What y'all think about that?
You go first, State.
Wow. That makes me sad. That's the first feeling that comes to my mind because what the hell you traded the kids for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we 5 years into this. Like, you should have the fifth starter on the roster. Start Muhammad Diallo or start Pacome Daddy if you don't know who the fifth starter is.
Right.
The fifth starter needs to be, in my opinion, to make this team work. It needs to be somebody that's ambidextrous, somebody that could shoot the rock, and also somebody who could bend the defense a little bit.
Right.
And who's tall. Like, you know who a player who will fit with the Knicks starting five? Like, if I could go back to like 2000 and 2010, Lamar Odom.
Trevor Ariza, Lamar Odom. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's dude from Memphis? Tony Allen.
Tony Allen.
He
Tony
would fit
Allen's a throwback name. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
Galliano Gallinari.
I don't need. I don't need him starting, but shit, he could start on the shit. He could start it. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just something to think about. Like, I think the fifth starter is on the roster.
It is on the roster.
Right. I just don't know. At this point, we don't know what the core four is going to look like. I think they're going to just try a bunch of guys with that core four to see who the best fit is, and then try to figure out the bench after that.
But yeah. I think not having a starting five is a good problem though, Fritzy.
Yeah.
For one reason only. We could discuss about what the combination possibilities are, right? Like I said, I brought up Deuce in the lineup. We talked about Mitch in the lineup. We talked about, a few of the other guys in the lineup, Hart in the lineup as well, right? But I don't think Josh Hart's going to be starting. I took that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
One of the rookies could start, but do I really feel like throwing a rookie in the fire like that?
Which we only have? So you talking about the young players?
The young players.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
Do I really feel like throwing a young player in the starting lineup with championship expectations?
Why not?
It just feels wrong. Putting all the pressure on him, but hey, it's kill or be killed.
OKC just won a championship. Their best player is 26 years old. Their second best player, I believe he's 23 years old. Their third best player is 22.
That's what I'm saying.
Their oldest player is Alex Caruso. I think age is irrelevant here.
True.
You
got a point.
All right.
You got a point. But I do think not having a fifth star. But I do think not having a fifth star is a good thing, though, regardless of how it comes out. The fifth star is going to be decided right after training camp. That's how I view it. Now, my question to y'all is: do you think a trade is in the works after media day, or no?
No.
Say it again.
Do you think a trade is in the works? We've been hearing Tyler Kolek, now Pacome.
I think that the Tyler Kolek Pacome Dadier trade rumor is the media trying to find something to talk about.
That's what I think too.
Right. And the reason why, and I said this, I think on a couple of shows ago, I think when you're a championship contender like the Knicks, and most of your 90% of your problems are solved, right? Now you're mostly thinking, I just got to make it through the season healthy. I like our chances.
Right.
The media in a big market like New York still needs something to talk about, right? So we're gonna, hey man, did you say, man, we gotta keep Landry Shamet. So we're gonna trade a couple of dudes that we drafted with draft picks in order to keep a dude that we got off the scrap heap.
Yeah, that's asinine. That like
That is asinine.
I can understand if you go and trade Kolick because like you got Malcolm Brogdon, but Malcolm Brogdon's injury prone, and you still got Deuce McBride. Like I don't trust that. I trust it, but I don't trust it. But I can understand. But I would not trade Pacome Daddier. Like
I wouldn't either.
Mikal Bridges and OG is both 28. Neither player has been an all-star. We've all watched basketball for 15 plus years. And at a certain age, at like 28, it's kind of hard for you to become an all-star after a while. So some examples of late bloomers, like in the NBA, in NBA history, matter of fact, like since I believe like 1970, I believe the Knicks have the oldest all-star in NBA history. Forgot the dude's name, but he was age 34 when he first made his first All-Star game. It was like in 1957. Nikola Vucevic made the All-Star game in like year 8, year 9, I believe. Chris Middleton, year 7. Right? Kyle Lowry, right? Man, late in his career. Like, it's a lot of people that's been All-Stars late in their careers, but do I see it for both OG and Mikal? Remains to be seen, bro. Because if the Knicks don't get right, I'm already looking at Giannis, right? I'm looking at certain dudes already who's talking real ill about their teams that they on. I'm like, yo, man, we could do something there. If Leon Rose is savvy enough, watching Luka.
Hey, can I put a fly in your suit? Can I put a fly in your suit?
Watching Luka get traded for 1 first-round pick. If Leon Rose, if the Knicks fell this year, not getting a chip, he don't bring me a superstar, I want him gone, bro. I have no use for him no more. I'm sick of he collecting role players like Infinity Gems.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so just to 2 things I just wanted to mention, right? The one thing is if you trade Pacom Dadier and Huck Porty and Tyler Kolick to bring in a role player and free up a roster spot, and guess what happens at the end of the season? Dadier, Kolick, Huck Porty are gone. That role player is gone, right? So and Landry Shamet, the guy you made the roster spot for at the end of the year, he gone also. So that means you got 5 players gone just to make room for Landry Shamet. And why? Right? Because it's not like you're going to have less money because people's extensions are starting to kick in. OG, Bridges, Mitch might get extended, blah, blah, blah. The other thing, too, the Secret Squirrel has been telling me this. The Secret Squirrel has been telling me, watch out for a Bam Adebayo to the Knicks trade. Secret Squirrel. Secret Squirrel told me this, everybody. That means I can't tell you.
Yo, he making 55. Listen.
No way.
Bam is super like no disrespect for Easy to your Secret Squirrel. Shout out to Secret Squirrel. I love that cartoon, by the way. Right. He used to have a rocket and then he pull out the rocket and it's super cold.
Yeah.
Morocco mode.
The Morocco mode.
Yeah.
I don't Bam is the most overrated player in the NBA to me, bro. He overrated because every time he go into the playoffs, he start playing like Tyrone Hill, bro. I don't know his elite offensive skill, bro.
He owes us a championship. He owes us a chance because he dove on Emmanuel Quickly ankle in the playoffs. Y'all remember that 2 years ago?
Bro, you hurt like half our team.
Yeah, he dove on Josh Hart too. Yeah.
Oh, Bam's a dirty player. Bam is. You think Joel Embiid is dirty? Nah, Bam's dirty. Yeah.
I'll take a dirty
rock
player.
in your shoe, State. I mean, can I throw a rock in your shoe, Freezy? And what up, State? What up?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good?
It wouldn't make sense to give up all 3 of them kids. Hey, look, man. If I got rid of Kolick, you could draft another Kolick.
That's not that I don't care about.
Ain't nothing like another 6'2" guard from a college that's a pass first guard. Those a dime a dozen. I'm not giving up on. I am not giving up on a 6'8" sniper. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm leaving Pacome Dadier to develop, having waiting in the wings. Because number one, we one injury from a wing from like having only like 2 wings on the entire roster.
Yo, that's what scares me, Dre.
So you can't you literally just can't get rid of him. You get rid of anyone else, not even Huck Porty, because you one injury from not even really having no centers out there for real.
Right.
You'll be
So
playing small ball if one of them gets injured.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not with that neither, bro.
I'm not doing. Hey, your small ball is Yabusele. I'm not.
Yo. At that point, Dre, that's when we talking Pacome Dadier, Muhammad Diawa, and Garrison Yabusele saving the season, man.
We talking
We going straight to France, brother.
Going straight to France.
Bon, wee, and all that good stuff.
Yo, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all are funny, man. I love y'all Knicks fans for real.
Yeah, and so to Dre's point, like I agree with him, and that ultimately what the thing I think about, because how I know this isn't the media shooting us the gas is, in a nutshell, basically what this comes down to is, if another team offered you Landry Shamet in exchange for Tyler Kolek, would you take it?
Yes.
That's basically what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? And so that's basically where we are. And so that's the reason why you're like, do we finagle something in order to free up that roster spot so that we can keep Landry Shamet?
Because long term, being absolutely honest with you, a veteran's minimum being replaced year over year is more valuable to where we are than Tyler Kolek is.
Yeah.
A veteran minimum in that spot is more valuable, especially like when we're looking at this roster spot and we're looking at what Mike Brown values, and we're like missing a specific archetype. We more or less need a sniper on the team. Like his whole job is to just put up threes. If you look at all the contenders, there's Isaiah Joes on other teams. You know what I'm saying? There's Sam Hausers. There's
Aaron Neesmiths.
Yeah, there's Sam Merrills. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like even to a lesser extent, the Denver Nuggets went out and got Tim Hardaway Jr. And his whole job is to just take threes.
Yeah.
Like every contender needs just a guy or two. Just their whole job is, hey man, don't focus on this. You the relief pitcher. You out here just to throw 100 for an inning and get up out the game. That's about it.
How you gonna play him though? How's he gonna get minutes?
You surround him with more well-rounded players, so you don't have to worry about his limitations.
No, I don't mean his ability. I'm not talking about Landry Shamet's ability to play, because I know the dude gonna play hard, right? And he gonna knock down shots if he healthy. What I'm asking is, the more I look at the Knicks roster in the rotation, the more I look at the Knicks having 3 guys off the bench as a potential starter, and then the other guys that you just brought in, your Brogdon, your Clarkson, your Yabusele, like, and Deuce, and like, where does Landry Shamet get minutes from?
He's spot minutes, bridge minutes, and you need these guys over the course of an 82-game season, because Mike Brown is not going to be playing these dudes 40 minutes.
Hell no.
Nah.
And he's gonna spot these guys and give guys a day off. There's gonna be load management over here, brother. We're not doing that Tom Thibodeau stuff.
Oh no, we're not. Yo, Dre, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Because we just discussed about this. Who's the 5th starter? Who do you think is going to be the 5th? It's Jalen Brunson so far. OG Anunoby.
What I think or what I want it to be?
Both. What do you think?
What I think is, if I'm going with Mike Brown's words, he might throw Deuce in there. What I want it to be is probably Mitch.
Yeah.
Given the options.
Right.
And that's what I said.
And more or less, I'm not hung up on who starts, to be absolutely honest with you. Because
I'm not either.
Because the rotation is gonna be, you're gonna be flexing like 8-9 guys that are gonna be playing near 20 minutes or over 20 minutes. So like, who starts? I mean, yeah, it kind of matters, but it doesn't matter, because there's gonna be a lot of mix matching all over across the board. Like, there's gonna be a lot of rotations and lineups that you haven't necessarily seen that you wanted to see. There's gonna be experimentation, especially in the early parts of the season, until Mike Brown finds his formula.
I think that's Mike Brown's weakness that you just mentioned, the experimentation part.
I
I
think
think I think that's
he
his blind spot.
he experiments, but I think if he finds something that works, he settles into it. But it takes him some time to do that. And
Yeah,
I think in order to find our ceiling, you got to experiment some. You got like you can't just you can uncover and unmask some things within the ceiling of your team that you may not have
yeah,
foresaw until you try these things, until you push these buttons. Because there's certain things, there's certain players that mesh together that you wouldn't have guessed ahead of time. Like on paper, there are matchups that you want to see. But there's matchups you wanted to see on paper with Tibbs and you ain't never saw 'em.
We never even saw him. No. I don't think the experimentation to weakness. I actually think that's Mike Brown's strength as a coach. Being able to experiment mid-game and mid-quarter. Like, imagine if Tibbs kept Deuce McBride in that last 4 minutes of that game one in the Indiana Pacers series.
That man took him out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yo,
yeah, we all could disagree about Deuce and stuff like that, but when Deuce had that block on Pascal Siam, I could have sworn we were winning game one.
we should
Till
have
this
won it.
day.
We should have won it. And we
Yeah.
started bringing in guys that wanted to chuck threes up and said it just takes time off the shot.
And not hit free throws, missing free throws.
Hey,
They trying to give the Knicks the game, and
before we get any further, Freezy, I don't know if Corey listened, but shout out to you, Corey. Hope you straight. Hope everything good with you over there, brother.
yeah, man.
Corey,
Nah,
we miss
everything
you,
ain't
brother.
straight. Nah, the Giants is trash, bro. They changed the quarterbacks already.
Jackson,
Oh,
come
man.
on, why you gotta mention that? Come on, I'm a Giant fan.
Giants changed the quarter. They changed the quarterbacks already,
Yo,
bro. And
leave
it
my
ain't even
Giants
because of
alone,
injury.
bro.
It
Dude,
ain't
I'm
because
a
of
Met
injury,
fan,
bro.
I'm a Giant fan, I'm a Knick fan. I'm already suffering enough already.
Hey
Jackson
man,
Dart.
they putting
Oh,
the dude out there with some sauce, man. Let that boy cook for a little bit, man.
I'll let him cook. I'm gonna be straight. I'll let him cook. I'm just saying, I'm a Met fan, I'm a Giant, I'm a Knick fan. I've had too much heartbreak for the last decade.
You seen some chips. You can't talk to me, brother.
that
I'm
boy
sorry.
about to cook. Yo,
You saw two
yo,
chips. You can't
Freezy.
talk to me.
He about
Fair
to cook
point.
unseasoned collard greens, brother.
I'm cooking more sausage, okay?
He putting the chicken in the air fryer with no seasoning.
No
He just
seasoning.
But it remains to be seen. I don't know. But maybe the ball might be good. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, man.
But you're
he got
right.
he
I
got
had
the
two chips
talent.
in my lifetime. I can live with that.
Man, talking to me like I ain't a Jets fan. Man, I ought to kick you up. Yo, you better give me some admin, Freezy. Almost
I'm
blocked this man.
mad. I'm
Yeah,
mad.
man. Yeah, man.
Get up
Yeah.
out of here, man.
So, real quick before I get out of here, because I got to get on the phones at 8 o'clock, man. 8 to
Making money.
6:30, bro.
Making
8 to
money.
6:30. Get this money.
Oh, the money
But
talk.
one of the things that I did want to ask y'all is, how comfortable are you guys with what Mike Brown said about the assembling of the coaching staff, about how it's super collaborative and the guys are coming to the table with ideas, and he is enjoying the process of enjoying listening to the new personnel coming in with their new ideas. Yeah, is that coach speak, or you think there's something to that?
Fritzy, can I speak? Because I got to bounce.
Yeah, man.
Real quick. Yeah, when Mike Brown was speaking about that, it was so different from how Tibbs spoke about the coaching. Like, because we all knew Tibbs was a control freak behind the scenes. You know, he always wanted to do things his own way. When I heard Mike Brown speak about the coaching staff, it felt like I knew where he was coming from. Like, he loved the coach's ideas that he had. He talked about Brendan O'Connor. He talked about the other coaching staff, Rick Brunson. You know, he's going to let Jalen Brunson talk to Rick Brunson. That's why he's still there, but this time in a lower management. It felt like it was more collaborative, and the front office really felt like they got their job with Mike Brown because that's what they were aiming for throughout the whole offseason, being collaborative, but not being too collaborative to the point where the front office takes over. So that's what I'm happy about. And
Okay.
with that, I take my leave. Good night, gentlemen.
All right, boss.
All right, bro. I think it depends. But go ahead, Dre.
I'm just gonna say. I mean, considering where we came from, man, I'm all for it, man. Everything needs to be collaborative, bro. Winning the championship doesn't take one mind, man. It needs a collection of minds and ideas, and it takes a whole organization. and you trying to have one guy like shoulder that whole load is ridiculous. It's nonsense. Hey, look, man, I ain't never heard of a 70-year-old NBA coach that's viewed as a legend that ain't got no coaching tree. Who was from the Tom Thibodeau coaching tree?
Van Gundy. I'm messing around. But I understand your point.
But it's like, bro, you got to be collaborative. You got to have, you got to farm ideas. You have to be able to think outside of the box. And sometimes, even being a smart guy, even forgetting more basketball than any of us knows, if you already have your blinders set on one frame of what basketball is, that's a hindrance and holding you back. You need to be willing to adapt to the times. And he's adapted some, but there's certain things that are his blind spots that he'll never get over. And I'm happy that Mike Brown has that mindset. Like, I can't do it alone, even though some guys
You
want to
don't
do
need
it
it because he's gonna get kicked out of 3 games. You know this already.
Oh,
Mike Brown gonna get kicked out of 3 games, bro. So whoever the assistant coach is, bro, may as well get ready, bro.
That infuriated me. Tibbs is such a control freak. He refused to get kicked out of games. He would sit there we ain't never seen him kicked out of a game, no matter how bad we get screwed mid-game.
The play with Jalen Brown, I think we were playing. I forget who we were playing. It was like a random West Coast. It might have been like the Phoenix Suns or somebody in Phoenix or something. And they had like these random nobodies because Kevin Durant wasn't playing. And they brought in their backup center, the dude that went to Denver, and he elbowed Jalen Brunson across the throat. And Jalen Brunson hit the floor and spent. And Jalen Brunson's looking at the dude like, bro, what you doing? Tom Thibodeau turned his back and was looking at the ref, looking at the bench.
Tibbs has coached 900 games. He's never been ejected.
Bro.
Do you know how insane that is?
Bro. Hey, bro, yo, the play where Cat jammed his knee and hobbled to the bench and Tom Thibodeau didn't even talk to him. Bro, I was like, yeah, he out of here, bro. This man know he gone.
Yeah, he don't care no more.
Yeah, he know he gone, bro. Right? He know he gone. Like, legit, the play where Cat broke his finger on the late where he got fouled by Beef Stew and his pops was behind the thing. And Cat looked at his pops, was like, yo, I just broke it. And his pops was like, yeah, go get checked. And he went to the Knicks bench and Tom Thibodeau didn't say nothing. If I was Cat father, bro, they'd have had, bro.
Tibbs thinking about how we gonna get the next rebound.
Yeah. Get Mitch off injured reserve. Yeah, come on, man. What you doing, bro? Did y'all know that every center that played minutes for the Knicks last year got injured? Did y'all know that?
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
Yep. Jericho, Precious, Huck 40, Mitch, and Cat. All injured.
Sheesh.
All of them, bro. And while I'm not trying to kick Tibbs back in or whatever, because I can't reach it no way because he got $30 million on his back, so he ain't worried no way. But what I'm saying is, bro, like, just the fact that Mike Brown said he met the coaching staff, like met all these guys, man, and they had good conversations and it's collaborative and all that stuff, bro. And
he ain't even enjoying his money. He's on a tour right now. Like,
yeah, he in the gym with Quentin Grimes.
Ham sandwich with a ham sandwich.
With a ham sandwich, bro. State, you saw that? Did you see the picture out of University of Houston, Tom Thibodeau in the gym with Quentin Grimes? Did you see that?
Yeah, y'all rock with Grimes. It's crazy because I rock with Grimes too.
You know he threatened me, right? You know his people used to threaten me, right?
Who, Grimes?
Yeah, his people used to be talking about on site. I'm like, bro, you must not know. Y'all better tell Quentin Grimes to turn around and look in the crowd, bro. Yo, they better tell Quentin Grimes to turn around and look at the crowd, bro. That dude, Uncle Freezy, ate like. Nah.
Shout out to King Ribby in the chat, man.
Yeah, Ribs, what's good, man?
Quentin Grimes, it's fun. It's crazy because he's alright. Like, he's not bad. It's just
he's mentally soft.
Yeah,
he's a good player, but he's mentally soft.
Yeah.
This is for King Ribby. Ribs, this for you, baby boy. Hey, shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brownsville. This is for Ribs. RJ Barrett at the rim for King Ribby.
Oh man, shouts to my young boy RJ, who not young no more, man.
That man was 2 feet away and threw it over the shot clock, bro.
That brother ain't did nothing athletic in his life.
Yo,
man broke his arm tying his shoe, bro. You ain't athletic, bro. When you can't do normal people stuff without getting hurt, bro.
Talk about a frustrating basketball player to watch.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to have RJ Barrett back right now, bro.
Yo, he would fit so perfectly.
Yeah, I would love to have RJ.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, I would love to have.
He's exactly what they need, bro.
Yeah. A battering ram. That's exactly what we need, a battering ram to the rim, bro. Just
like
to keep defenses off our 3-point shooters, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, Dre, before I wrap up, man, what's good, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm chilling. I'm gonna be in Miami for this weekend. I'm gonna go see the Mets go out with a whimper on Sunday for the last game of the season. See how that go.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Jets got an easy game this week, right? Who the Jets got? They got
who we got? I already done checked out, man. Who we got? I don't even know.
Just playing the Miami Dolphins, bro.
Oh yeah, the Dolphins on Monday.
Yeah.
You checked out, bro?
Already?
Bro,
it's not even October yet, bro. I mean, what's happening?
We 0-3, son. What is we doing? Ain't no quarterback on this team to save me, man. We tanking already.
Yo, fam. This all we need to hope for. If the Jets and Giants keep losing, because I didn't want Jackson Dart, right? This was my thing with the Mariners, and I said to everybody, Freezy, when you draft a defensive player in the top 5, out of the gate, he gotta show it.
You gotta be dominant.
Bro. And then that's not what really got the Giants messed up. You drafted Abdul Carter and Kayvon Thibodeau, both with top 5 picks, bro.
Yeah.
And you got Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is second in the NFL in passing yards, bro. I can't believe it,
bro. You know what they tell you?
It wasn't a Daniel Jones problem. It was an organizational problem.
It's an organizational problem, bro.
And what's the one thing in football that could always overcome a bad organization?
A QB.
A QB that's great.
Right. Yep.
Hey, Freezy, what you think about that quarterback out of South Carolina?
I think that's my cousin. Talking about Lenoris?
Yeah. You your cousin? Seller?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
That's not his cousin.
Where you think he gets 6'6" from, bro? You think 6'6" growing trees, dog?
Hey, look, man. We take it for that boy, man.
Hey,
we already know that Manning kid ain't it. So.
Hey, Lenoris, yeah.
I already looked at Tankathon. We #1 up there, baby.
Yeah, man. That's what I be telling. State, man, Lenoris, man, and Zion. They blood, bro. That's Zion for show. Them sellers, they say they related to us. I don't know, right? They say they related to us. I ain't never seen them at none of our stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is before he went to Carolina. This is 70s, 80s, 90s, old school stuff. So, but yeah, man.
He's gonna be the only QB worth a damn in that draft.
That's that Cam Newton looking quarterback, man.
Yeah.
Running on. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
That's what.
And he a bookworm, bro. He books, bro.
He's a big ass QB. He like 6'3", 240. Like he big.
You know what? The Jets had a chance because I like Justin Fields. Like I felt like he was gonna be great, but then he got hurt, bro.
Got a concussion.
Yo, that injury stuff, bro, in football, bro, that's why Lamar Jackson, if he could just win one Super Bowl, I just need him to win one. He win one, he a top 5 QB all time, bro. because he's so insane. He's first in NFL history in QBR. Like, I don't understand that for the life of me for a guy that was called a running back by Bill Polian.
Yep.
First in QBR. I think he's first in yards for rushing for a quarterback. First in touchdowns for rushing for a quarterback. I think he's like top 5 in like QB accuracy for like his resume is super insane, bro. He's just missing that one thing. It's just the one thing, bro. You could be
It's the biggest thing, though.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing.
No, your kids don't grow up wanting to be like Dan Marino, huh? I don't care what nobody say, bro.
Not no more. They used to.
Never. You never. Nobody wants to like people.
Man. Every QB you ever think of that had that quick release, that sidearm quick release, they got that from Dan Marino.
I like
that overarm quick release. Is because they wanted to be Dan. But that's generational. That's the 80s, bro.
The barbershop talking Dan Marino.
But that's the 80s. If when Freezy was in the barbershop back in the day, they was talking Dan Marino.
Yeah.
But not now. They talking Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes and Lamar and all that. Now
I hear Phil Simms' name more than Dan Marino.
Why Phil Simms a legend in New York? Because he won a chip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even as a kid, this is not just you gotta win, bro. Like nobody. Football is different from basketball. Like Carmelo Anthony and Tracy McGrady is great examples of this. Like guys that we've seen growing up, and they had a promise and stuff, but things didn't go their way because basketball is kind of different. Football, bro. Nah, you need that ring, bro. Imagine Aaron Donald retiring with no ring. Imagine Warren Sapp retiring with no ring.
They be in Ndamukong Suh. They be two, basically.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no, because I could give you one franchise that's the worst. Hey, man, Barry Sanders and Megatron still the greatest, amongst the greatest at their positions all time.
But those are
and they ain't win none.
Those are not. Yeah, Dre, we both grew up with both of them, bro. Those are anomalies, bro. We know why Megatron retired.
That dude, the alien.
I never came out of my mouth and said, "Damn, y'all, I wish Megatron won a chip," or I never said like, "Damn, y'all, I wish Randy Moss won a chip," bro. Like, we seen greatness, bro. They should have won. They could have won. It's just Randy Moss just ran into that Eli the great white hope, bro.
Yeah. Things happen. When you're a receiver, things happen, bro. You can be like Terrell Owens and catch 14 passes and a touchdown in the Super Bowl for 150 yards. But when the rest of the team ain't doing nothing, bro, you're like, because people remember Donovan McNabb throwing up in the Super Bowl and it was like McNabb choked. It wasn't McNabb. It wasn't T.O. It was Brian Westbrook. Remember they running back Brian Westbrook?
Oh my God.
That man ain't did nothing, and he was missing blocks in the Super. That man ain't did nothing. He was the ops, bro. And he may as well just put on a red, white, and blue jersey in that Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah,
how you missing these the blocks you made all year, bro? And you missing these? And you touched the ball 18 times for like 16 yards? Come on, man. That's crazy, bro.
You can't be doing that.
But you know, Bill Belichick gonna be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just scheme this guy out the game, and we gonna make sure that your other guys, the certain guys, is not gonna get, a lot of touches. That was a good Super Bowl. That was probably one of the few Super Bowls where I watched and I was like, damn, I wish the Eagles won it, bro. Like, that Super Bowl with the Patriots versus the Seahawks, but not the one where they didn't hand the ball off to him. I'm talking about the one back in the day with Sean Alexander.
Yeah.
That
Sean Alexander was that dude.
This is another Super Bowl I watched.
You talking about the Bears and the Colts when Devin Hester took the opening kickoff and ran it back for a touchdown, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Oh, banging. banging halftime too. Bro.
Yeah. So
When I remember watching the when Steve McNair threw it to the homie in the Super Bowl,
And
the
he was
homie
1
got
yard short.
1 yard short, bro. That's the story of my life right there, bro. that's all that work to come up like 1 yard
He
short.
reaching his arm out like it's Space Jam. It's over, brother. He rolling on the ground trying to reach.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all everybody for watching and thank you everybody for rocking. State, Dre, Yuri, everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all. Sorry about the technical difficulty at first. I'm not for sure what YouTube was doing, but things are what they are. Things happen, man. So yeah, I ain't watching Donald Ken. I ain't watching that mess, bro. I got enough of super fights right now until Boots Enos fight. I think he fight in October. That's the only I ain't watching Tank. Tank ain't doing that, man. Thank y'all.
Did we chop it up about that fight?
Somebody, Crawford and
I don't think we talked about it.
We got to, bro. We got to. At some point, I'm going ahead and make me a little protein something, man, so I can get me some sleep, man. But I appreciate everybody for coming.
Man.